Before we get into this book review, I should introduce myself. Well guys, welcome to CeaseTV with your host, Cease, the boy himself. I guess on this channel, we'll be doing book reviews, we're doing film reviews, maybe TV reviews, I think reviews in general. Just me chatting about things. And a bunch of other stuff, if I'm bothered. But primarily, books. And today's video we'll be looking at Shoe Dog. Don't know why I said it like that, but Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, co-founder of Nike himself. I should probably start by saying like how did I get this book? How did it end up in my hands? I'm not sure. It kind of just, I think I just heard about it and I was like, whoa, the creator of Nike has a book? I'm trying to hear this because everyone loves Nike. I know I love Nike.
A few moments later.
Okay, so the way in which I'll be splitting up my book reviews in general on this channel and for today is looking at 6 aspects. Points. So what's it about, what I liked about the book, what I didn't like, who I'd recommend it to, what did I learn from this book, that's what my channel's about learning, growing, and score out of 5. So 6 points there. So in summary, Shoe Dog is about a runner from Portland, Oregon, aka Phil Knight, who goes up against the Japanese, yeah? He goes up against the US government, yeah? Goes up against Adidas, yeah? Basically goes up against everyone. Okay, that's one way you can get the story. But no, it's actually the story of the creation of the beautiful brand we all know, Nike. The creation of the swoosh, the creation of the Nike Cortez, the creation of Jordan, think about it. Creation of Kobe, talking about the Kobe shoes, the LeBrons, the Jordans. So also in 1962, where Phil, founder of Nike himself, was running and he thought to himself, rah, there's a lot of Japanese cars here in the States. Why don't I sell sneakers? So the way in which the story is set out, it starts from the beginning of Nike, so the idea, and then till when they go public. So when the company has its IPO, it goes public so investors can buy, and yeah. So it's really the before they were famous. So that's what the book's about in summary, without going into too much detail. Okay, cool. So what did I like about this book? Okay, I wrote here, first I like the ways in which the chapters are set out. I don't know, it's not just like chapter 1, like, I don't know, a title, chapter 2, chapter 3. It's split into 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, and every chapter is set in a year. So part 1, and it has nice little quotes as well, which is pretty cool. And then it sets out, see 1962, look, 1962, crazy idea. So it starts off with him talking about his idea, which is Nike. It's just crazy to think about it. Yeah, I really like it in that way because it gives it like a very, I guess like a diary entry type of feel. It's very honest. It's almost as if Phil Knight actually kept a log or a diary entry or journal of all the events that happened, or maybe he went back to his friends, his team, the people who helped build Nike back in the day, and like discussed about it, because it really feels like you're in there. Which goes on to my next point of why I liked it. It's because so well written. Phil Knight, who would have thought? Not only is he good as a good businessman and good with sneakers, he's good at writing books. So his novel is really well written. Very candid, very honest, very descriptive. I also enjoyed the characters in this book. Phil really, he takes, I guess, pride in calling himself co-founder because he says that it wasn't just me, it was a bunch of other people that built this thing. So, and he mentions them, and these guys are characters, man. Like, these guys love sports, they love shoes, or they're just some weird businessmen, and then they're just weirdos, but weirdos that are passionate about Nike. Yeah, passionate about Nike. So without those people, without Phil and his team, they wouldn't have been a swoosh. And I think that's all for what I liked in summary. Waffled. Okay, what I didn't like. There wasn't much I didn't like, but if there was one thing I have to say is the fact that it ends when it goes public. But after that, he does have some chapters after where he talks about, in brief, kind of what happens in the next years, kind of months. He talks about how some of the athletes he signed since then have helped push the brand further. He mentions Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, And that kind of got me excited because he mentions it a bit. That's the only bit about the book I didn't like. The fact that it kind of stops when it goes public and it only has a bit and then it finishes. Because I would have read on. This book is crazy, man. Okay, now, what did I learn about the book? Well, the first thing I learned about the book, which I didn't know before, was that the swoosh was made for $35. That in itself was crazy. And I also learned that Phil Knight actually wasn't going to call the brand Nike. He was going to call it Dimension 6, which is like, Dimension 6, like what? I just can't imagine what it would have been like without the Nike. Nike came to one of it wasn't Phil's idea to come up with the name Nike for the swoosh. It was actually one of his colleagues, and he had it in a dream. And in his dream, he was dreaming of lightning bolts, and then he could see this swoosh, and then he heard Nike. He had Nike calling it. I'm not even joking. It says in the book. And then Phil was like, oh, Nike. I don't know. He's like, spell it out for me. He spells it out, and Nike, and he's like, the Greek goddess of victory. So yeah, Nike is the Greek goddess of victory, Athena. And then Athena would have the wing, like she'll have these wings. So it kind of like represented the swoosh logo. I learned that great things don't come day and night. They take time, they take a lot of sacrifice. Phil had sacrificed his time for this, had sacrificed his money. In the end, it all came together. But it seemed, if you read this book, it seemed like it wouldn't happen, this Nike thing. It wouldn't happen.
We'll say a lot of people did think it was a crazy idea. I know that the people around Portland, Oregon. Well, Phil Knight's got an MBA from Stanford, and he's selling Japanese track shoes.
I don't know, it sounds cliche, but believe in your dreams, because one day they'll come true. And finally, my score out of 5. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. This is my favorite book last year. Not that I read many books, but this one, I couldn't put my hand down. I couldn't put the book down. I enjoyed it so much. I was actually reading chapter to chapter because it was truly a compelling story. Like it wasn't just oh yeah, here's Nike, this is how it was. Here's some numbers, here's some random. No. It was like a story, very well developed. The people in his life, they were given depth, all the characters, all the moments. Crazy. Okay, I think that's it for this video. This is my first video, so sorry if it's a bit, But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to, what's that thing? That bell. Yes, that bell. So that lets you know when I release another video. And if you want to talk about the book, if there's anything I missed, if there's anything you learned, please leave it down below in the comment section. And yeah, until next one, guys. Peace. Peace. That's it. That's all right, I guess. That's all right.